Did you spot it? In the recent Nintendo Direct we were shown a menu for Super Mario Maker 2. In this creation panel we saw all the Mario Brothers styles that will be available to experiment with during this game. We already knew that 3D World would be the newest addition to these styles. Which is weird because it's very different from the other Mario Brothers styles. But they have a solution for that. They introduced a different menu with extra game styles, which will drastically change the gameplay compared to the other games. But there is one big thing to take away from this. The menu says styles, as in plural. But there is only one extra game style to be found, so that probably means that we will get more than just Super Mario 3D World. But what style could that be? There are a lot of Mario games, and because this new game doesn't have to fit in with the other regular Mario Brothers styles anymore, there are a lot of options to go from. So I present to you a list with the 5 game styles that might come to Super Mario Maker 2 in the future. Alright, let's go! Let's begin straight away with a curveball, as of course this game is not a 2D game, Super Mario Odyssey, but I do believe it has a chance to appear in Super Mario Maker 2. Odyssey was wildly successful as one of the best-selling Nintendo Switch games. It would be a logical move for Nintendo to take advantage of that success. But how would that look like if a 3D game would suddenly become a 2D platformer? Well, 3D World was of course also a 3D game, so I don't think it will disqualify Odyssey as a potential option. As you can see, Odyssey had some segments that were somewhat in 2D. I imagine that it would function the same way in Super Mario Maker, with different enemies to capture to solve different puzzles, better movement for Mario together with Cappy, and some cool styles and music to create new levels. I think the true essence of this game is captured by Mario's movement. So to include that in a 2D game might be a challenge. But if they can pull it off, it would make Mario Maker even better than it probably already is. It would also be great to warp to the classic Super Mario Bros. Style, just like in Odyssey itself. This is the Mario game that I grew up with. A forgotten classic in my opinion, and with Super Mario Maker 2, it would be a perfect time to bring it back. A pretty simplistic game that's easily beaten in 30 minutes. Super Mario Land. That's why it would be nice to have this game as a bonus style. There are some cool twists that make this game different from other Mario games. Like the bombshell Koopas that explode when you jump on them, instead of the regular Koopas. There are also cool segments in the game where you can play in a submarine or fly in a plane. Cool bosses at the end of each world will make sure that you have enough action every time you play again. Did you also know that this is the first game to introduce Daisy? She didn't look so great as she does now, but hey, it's still something. There aren't too many assets in this game though, so I can imagine that there are other games that you can experiment a whole lot more with. But I'll keep defending this game. I just want to return to Sarasalam once more. This is maybe not the one that I want personally the most, but I do think it's the one that's the most probable to appear. The whole reason why Super Mario Bros. 2 never appeared in the original Mario Maker is because it's just so damn different to the other games. That's because it was remade from another game called Yumikoyo Doki Doki Panic. But now that argument is out of the window, so I do think we will see it in the near future. It stands out because of the unique enemies, the ability to pull things from the ground, doors that flip the stage around and much more. Also, the inclusion of multiple characters is something that makes it stand out. Which of course now is perfect because of the multiplayer that's coming to Mario Maker 2. Just swap out Peach for Toadette and you're good to go. And although it's not my favorite, I still really like this game and would love to see it in Super Mario Maker 2. Especially now that we can make vertical levels, which fits well in the Super Mario Bros. 2 style. Just put some birdos in there and you're good to go. A lot of people want to go back to Super Mario 64, and I am one of them. What a great way it would be to revisit this game by including it in Mario Maker 2. Keep the classic graphics, include the amazing music and flip it around so it's all 2D. That would make for a great game. Just as with Odyssey, this game is of course normally in 3D. But that shouldn't keep it from appearing in Mario Maker. The game would still work even in a 2D setting. The only thing that you can't do is move freely around, but most of the enemies and assets are the same. Koopas, Bob-ombs, coin blocks, stars, you name it. You could even include some cool levels based around a wing cap, trying to avoid obstacles while gliding through the level. Or what about Metal Mario, which heavily increases gravity? There are many possibilities to be creative with this concept, and I for one think it will be amazing to return to this 64 world once more. The sequel to the original Super Mario Land. This version did everything better. Better graphics, more enemies, great music, the first introduction to Wario, and even more worlds than before. While with the original Super Mario Land my argument was that it might be too basic to be included in Mario Maker, Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins most certainly isn't. There are many possibilities that you have with this game. One great addition is the carrot item, that turns Mario into a bunny, or at least his ears. With these ears you can flap around to hover for a bit. In the original game it was quite easy to skip huge portions of a level by doing this, but in Mario Maker it can be used as a tool to make some challenging levels. Do I really think they will include Mario Land 2 in the new game? No. It just seems a bit too obscure to be featured. Also, Super Mario Land seems to be mostly forgotten by Nintendo, so the inclusion of Super Mario Bros. 2 will be far more likely. But hey, it's fun to speculate on what's to come. But that makes me really curious. What game would you like to see be included in Super Mario Maker 2? Let me know down below. Hey there, you fine human being. Want to do something good for today? Then subscribe to the channel for more XPref content. If you want to smash that like button, that would also be very cool. If you are ready for more fun, check out one of the other videos on screen right now. And if not, I hope to see you next time.